Welcome to Matanga's Management Training, where we talk about Matanga's Way. I am so glad you're here and watching this video. It means you're helping us to manage our team so that we can serve our customers in a fantastic, excellent way, and I deeply appreciate that. We are so glad you're here. Now, as we talk about what happens when there is a customer concern, that's our language for if something happens where one of our guests is not 100% satisfied, then this is the procedure that you as a manager are expected to follow in order to minimize and reduce our errors so that we can improve the way we serve our guests. Matanga's, one of our main values is engineered. I am certain that you have heard this before. I am certain that you have talked about this before. So, to keep it really simple and easy to do, anyone can do this. When something happens, we want to ask ourselves, why did it happen? And the reason we're asking why is so that we can objectively, it's not personal, get to the bottom of it so we can prevent it. We want to engineer excellence into our business, into our systems, and you want to have it at your store because I know you're the manager and you probably had to go take the delivery and fix the customer's issue or go remake the food personally or deal with the customer who was very unhappy. I know it's not fun. It's the least enjoyable part of customer service. It has its own reputation and its own Reddit. Actually, probably several Reddits now that I think about it. This is something that we want to do as a company to strive for excellence and perfection if possible so that we're not repeating that, so that you can have a good time on your shift and stay focused on what you need to do, which is training the team and making sure that team is delivering the best product possible to our guests. So, I have borrowed this from Toyota. They're kind of famous, and I have made it simple for restaurants versus the vehicle manufacturers. All right, guys, on your PRD, Performance Results Description, we talk about how you are responsible and accountable for managing customer concerns. As part of that task, it's a part of that task, we're going to talk about this 5 why analysis. This needs to go in the logbook with every customer concern, and Hangham's talked about the information that's needed for that. This needs to go in there for me, and for the director of operations, for any management team over you, whether it's the GM or what, we need to analyze why we're getting the issues and what we need to do to fix it. Because maybe something's busted and we need to fix it. Or maybe we need to get more people hired and we need to talk to HR about getting that done. And maybe we need to get something else going. I don't know. It could be anything. So I've written out an example here, and I'd like you to focus on this. So this is a customer concerns. A delivery went late. This happened the other day. I'm sure you're familiar with it. So I simply asked why 5 times. Now, there could be many different answers to this. There could be, a different reason for this. I just kind of made something up so I can show you the thought process, because it's not about asking why. It's about the solution. Can you zoom in on the solution? What we're looking for is the solution. Long-term, and if I dare say it, permanent. Because you and I both know that if we can solve it so it's done with, that's the best solution. When we went from a small oven to a big oven at the 3009 location, we just permanently solved several issues that we had going. We couldn't get enough pizzas out. It was difficult, all right? So we're looking for permanent, like that. So delivery went late. Why? We didn't have enough drivers at that time. Well, why didn't we have enough drivers? Well, it's real simple. The driver actually didn't come for their shift. All right. Does this happen? Yes, this definitely happens. Is this going to happen? Is there a permanent fix for this? Probably not, but there is some things we can do. So why didn't the driver come for their shift? The driver was sick. Okay, does that happen? Yeah, during Corona times, it can happen. So why couldn't we cover that shift? Well, in this case, we sent out a message saying, hey, we need help on deliveries. We need help. Can someone come in? But no one came in. So then I asked, well, why didn't anyone come in? Well, either they didn't see the message, but on announcements on 7 shifts, you can see exactly who saw the message, and had over 50% of the team saw it. Maybe we just didn't have enough drivers available. And I think this was the case on the last time this happened. People were not available to come in at 3:30. They could only come in at 4:30. And there's nothing we can do about that. It could be school, it could be another job. It could be that they just got off of the morning shift and they have to have that break. There's many different reasons why, but we did 5 whys. Okay, so we're looking at this and we can see here that the pattern seems to be that we need to hire drivers and we need to tell all of our drivers that we expect them to be highly responsive when we have an issue like this that goes out in 7 shifts. They need to understand that when they're part of this company, one of the main benefits we offer is we are very flexible. If someone needs off Fridays for a graduation or something happened with their grandma and they got to take off tomorrow, we will do everything in our power to cover that shift because we care about people. We want to serve our employees that work with us, our associates, as much as possible so that they serve our guests really well. We want them to smile when they're coming in to work with us. And we want you to smile when you're seeing them as the manager. So we just need to reset their expectations. If they are going to expect to get a Saturday off during the summer to go to Schlitterbahn, for example, then we should be able to expect that they'll come in and cover for that sick driver at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. Your job as the manager is to make sure that you use these phrases with your team. Tell your driver associates that, hey, I expect you to respond to my messages. If you don't, I don't know what's going on, and we might not serve the guests as well as a team. Alrighty, guys, I want to wrap this video up. I gave you one clear example on what we need to do to find a solution. We need more drivers, and we need to change our expectations. In many cases, when it comes to the people, it's about changing our expectations, raising them up, saying, look, our bar is up here and we're down here right now. Let's go. Together we up here. Everybody wins. 3X win. The guest wins because they're happier. The employees win. The associates win because they get tipped better, they get paid more, and the company wins because we get to stay in business and create more opportunities and more jobs for more people. It is a huge honor to create a 3X win scenario. It is the only way we can win. So there might be other examples where we need to do this every single day. Let's say pizza rolls was forgotten on an order for a pickup. How in the world did that happen? Did we have a system for it? Yes. Why wasn't the system followed? It was a new GEM. Why was the GEM not trained on that? Because we forgot to cover that part of training. I don't know. Many things can happen. So, 5 whys. Every single customer concern, I want you to ask why 5 times. You're going to ask, why was there an issue? Then why was that? Then why was that? Then why was that? All right? If you do this, every time there's an issue and you just push your team just a little bit, these issues, they'll go away. And everybody will get better. Everybody will do a better job. Feel that job satisfaction. It is critical that you do this and that you have conversations with your team to make them better.